sound of shattering glass, the phone call at 3 a.m., the email you never wanted to open. We all know that moment when the floor drops out from beneath us and the world comes crashing down. But what separates those who crumble from those who conquer? This isn't just about surviving when everything goes to hell. This is about the unbreakable response of truly powerful men when life tries to break them. When the storm doesn't just rage, it devastates. They say no plan survives first contact with disaster. Your business collapses overnight. Your relationship ends without warning. Your health fails when you least expect it. Most men freeze. Some run, others collapse. But the warriors among us, they do something entirely different. Crisis strips away pretense, revealing your true essence when comfort vanishes. Like watching a building implode, decades of structure reduced to dust in seconds. When your life shatters, the real question becomes what you'll create from the aftermath. Here lies the counterintuitive truth. Genuine power often manifests first in stillness. While chaos triggers panic in most, authentic strength emerges in the calculated pause. Consider the master boxer absorbing a devastating hit. He doesn't flail wildly. Instead, he resets, recalibrates, and delivers a precise response. True strength never means emotional denial. Powerful men don't suppress feelings, they channel them. They don't bury pain, they process it. They replace immediate reaction with strategic response. When everything collapses, the strongest among us intentionally pause. They breathe deeply. They assess completely. They gather resources methodically before deploying them deliberately. This momentary stillness isn't weakness. It's the gathering of power. It's the space between stimulus and response where wisdom takes root. It's the calm center within the storm where clarity emerges. The pause becomes the foundation for everything that follows. From this brief, intentional stillness comes the focused energy that doesn't just rebuild what was lost, but creates something far stronger than what existed before. The pause isn't weakness. It's the gathering of power. Here's where most men get it wrong. They see collapse as the end rather than the beginning. The strongest men in history share one critical trait. They view catastrophe as initiation. Think about it. Your life just shattered. Everything you built, gone. Relationships, reputation, resources, decimated. What if this isn't your destruction, but your liberation? What if this isn't your end, but your rebirth? The strongest men recognize that their greatest achievements typically emerge from their darkest moments. They understand instinctively that diamonds form under pressure, that phoenix rises from ash, that warriors are forged in battle. When everything falls apart, powerful men ask, "What can this create in me that couldn't have existed otherwise?" Hollywood tells us strength is about roaring back immediately, guns blazing. Reality tells us something different. True strength begins with brutal self-honesty. What part did I play in this collapse? What weaknesses has this exposed in me? What must I become to overcome this? The average man blames, deflects, and makes excuses. The exceptional man looks in the mirror first. But introspection without action is just navel-gazing. The truly powerful follow honesty with relentless momentum. When life crumbles, strong men build calluses through disciplined daily actions. They know that transformation isn't a lightning strike. It's water cutting through stone. Consistent, persistent, unyielding. Every morning becomes a battlefield. Every small victory becomes fuel Every setback becomes data rather than defeat. In the aftermath of destruction, most men lose direction. They become reactive, scattered, desperate. The strongest men do the opposite. They use catastrophe to gain extraordinary clarity. When everything burns down, you suddenly see what truly matters amid the ash. The superficial goals, the ego-driven pursuits, the hollow achievements. They all reveal themselves in the fire of adversity. What emerges instead? The warrior's true mission, the core values that cannot be compromised, the legacy that outlasts the temporary. The most powerful men use devastation to eliminate distraction. They let disaster strip away everything that isn't essential, and what remains becomes their unshakable purpose. Here's the paradox that weak men never understand. True strength includes strategic vulnerability. When everything falls apart, the strongest men don't isolate. They selectively connect. They know the difference between complaining and consulting, between seeking pity and seeking counsel, between dumping emotions and forging alliances. Ancient warriors never fought alone. They stood shield to shield with brothers they trusted. When life collapses, powerful men build their war council. The mentor who survived what you're facing. The brother who tells you hard truths without judgment. The ally who strengthens your weaknesses with their strengths. The weak hide their struggles. The strong strategically reveal them to those who can transform those struggles into strength. Transforming pain into purpose. Pain presents us with two paths, destruction or definition. There is no middle ground. While all men experience suffering, the strongest transform it into something sacred, a process of profound alchemy. History's most impactful figures weren't those who sidestepped hardship, but those who metabolized it into mission. Consider the entrepreneur who lost everything yet extracted lessons that built an empire. Or the leader whose failures forged unbreakable resilience. Or the father whose personal loss shaped him into his family's ultimate protector. This transformation transcends mere rebuilding. It's a fundamental metamorphosis where pain crystallizes into purpose. Struggle evolves into meaningful narrative. Devastation reveals direction. Our instant gratification culture promotes the myth of overnight transformation. The truly powerful reject this fallacy. They understand that authentic recovery from catastrophe unfolds gradually through sustained, deliberate action spanning months or years, not days or weeks. This patient persistence represents the essence of genuine strength. It's the disciplined commitment to small, consistent steps when immediate results remain invisible. It's the wisdom to recognize that meaningful rebuilding happens incrementally, brick by patient brick. The strongest men embrace this slower timeline. They celebrate minor victories while maintaining vision for their ultimate resurgence. They develop resilience that outlasts their pain. They recognize that true transformation is measured not in dramatic moments, but in the quiet accumulation of daily choices that eventually reshape their entire reality. The ancient Japanese art of kintsugi repairs broken pottery with gold, creating something more valuable than the original. But this art isn't instant. It's meticulous, patient, deliberate. When everything falls apart, powerful men play the long game. They celebrate small victories while maintaining vision for the ultimate comeback. They understand that meaningful rebuilding happens brick by brick, not in dramatic surges. They develop the patience that outlasts the pain. Instant gratification is weakness masquerading as strength. True power manifests in the man who can delay reward, endure the process, and commit to transformation even when results aren't immediately visible. In the end, life will break every man. No exceptions. The question isn't if you'll face devastation, it's who you'll become because of it. The strongest men in history weren't those who avoided catastrophe. They were those who met it head-on, absorbed its lessons, and emerged not just rebuilt, but reborn. When everything goes to absolute hell, when the life you built lies in ruins around you, when all seems lost, that is precisely when your true strength reveals itself. This isn't about surviving when life falls apart. This is about becoming unstoppable because of it. The floor has dropped out. The world has crashed down. Now what will you build from the wreckage? The strongest men already know their answer. What's yours?